Good morning. This week we're talking about adrenal fatigue. But two things. Before we go on to this, I wanted to ask you if you have ordered my program, my pH script, or my ketones, would you mind, if you haven't done yet, go onto my Amazon site and write me a review? That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, moving on to our adrenal fatigue. Do you know where the adrenal glands are? Now, this is our anatomy. This is the kidney. We have two kidneys, and there's two adrenal glands. They sit right on top of the kidneys. Okay, do you know what the function of these adrenal glands are? All right, so there's sections to the adrenal glands. There's the outermost, the middlemost, and the outer lower part of the adrenal glands. And see where the X is? That's where the aldosterone is secreted. That hormone is instrumental in maintaining your sodium water balance in your body. So sometimes when you're retaining a lot of water, it could be because of this hormone, depending on how it's working. The cortisol, which is right in the center there, controls blood glucose. Also, remember, cortisol is instrumental when a person is in the fight or flight response. So when you're really stressed out, then cortisol is released. Unfortunately, with our world today, there's so much stress going on. So continuous cortisol secretion will create a environment that's caustic for your body. So your blood pressure will go up, and there's other things that go wrong. But one of the worst things that happens is you put weight around your abdomen. Yikes. So we work really hard to try to get rid of that. How do you take care of that? By doing stress reducing exercises. Okay, then this area of the adrenal glands secretes sex hormones. Although the sex hormones are secreted by the male testes and the female ovaries, there is a small percentage that's also secreted by the adrenal glands. Did you know that? Okay, so how do you know you're fatigued? You have adrenal fatigue. All right, I will give you some signs and symptoms. One of the ways is that you sleep 8 to 10 hours a night and you wake up and you're so tired, like you never slept. So that could be that you're having adrenal fatigue. The other thing is that you might have some brain fog. People are telling you things you can't remember. So that could be something else that you can diagnose it with. The inability to deal with stress. So let's say something small happens, you're driving home on the freeway, somebody cuts you off and you're like, freaking out because you just can't handle it. You might be a little bit fatigued. Then we have slow recovery of muscles, or if you get injuries. So if it's taking you a little bit longer than it used to heal an injury or a muscle strain, you might want to consider that. Also, do you have problems with a lot of allergies, food allergies, or environmental? It could be a little trigger. Low blood pressure. Now you see, I actually didn't realize this. I guess I knew it, but it just it was almost like a rubber stamp that was placed on this. If you have continuous low blood pressure, it might be that you're secreting a lot of hormones that are changing your blood pressure. And of course, if you're cold, if your hands and feet are always cold, maybe there's an issue there. There's other reasons, of course. Okay, how do you diagnose it? You diagnose it by doing a 24-hour saliva sample testing. That will measure the cortisol, and what they'll do is they'll do a chart and they'll tell you at 8 o'clock in the morning you're secreting the most cortisol and all that stuff. Oh, you know what else I forgot to tell you? One of the things that your adrenal glands are hyperactive is that you don't have a lot of energy in the morning, but as the night gets closer to sleepy time, you have a lot of energy. Go figure. That's weird. Your circadian rhythms have changed. Okay, how do you treat? You treat by decreasing stimulants like coffee and tea with caffeine, decreasing stress levels, and also you want to decrease the amount of sugar you're taking in and the amount of stress that you're experiencing. You're thinking to yourself, there is no way I could decrease my stress. Well, you can do breathing exercises, and we have done that before. Here, maybe we'll review again, and let me just review the breathing exercises. What you want to do is you want to sit in a comfortable place or in a room where it's quiet. You can even go in your closet. And what you want to do is you want to take a deep breath in, and you want to inhale 8 counts. So keep it super slow. So you inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you exhale. As you're exhaling, you're getting rid of the CO2 that builds up. You're also slowing down. You're breathing and you're slowing down all those things that are stressing you. You put your mind at ease. Practice doing this at least 10 times every hour. If you need to get up from your chair at work because maybe you're stressed out, then get up. If you cannot, don't do it if you're going to get fired. But if you can, get out of your chair, go into the bathroom and do some slow breathing, inhaling and exhaling, and there you have it. Okay, so we'll see you next time with some exercises.